All right, good morning everybody. I'm Councillor Glen and today is Saturday, June the 1st. I can't believe it's already June. Thank you for tuning in. This morning I'm in front of a building, well now it's the Jask Spa on Cedarow Court, but originally it was the home of the Hartin family, David Hartin and family. It's a beautifully maintained heritage home built in 1871 in our community. 1871 being 1 year after the Great Fire that destroyed so much, and right after that, a lot of more solid stone buildings, stone homes were built to replace some of the older wood log cabins that were lost. And Cedarow Court is off of Hazeldean. Just on the other side of the street is the 1868 Cabados building over there, another heritage building. Anyways, lots of history here in Stittsville. I'm here this morning because after I'm done this video, I'm going to head over to just next door to Cooligans, where Greg MacPherson is kicking off the very last leg of his walk for mental health this year. He's walked from Niagara Falls to here in Stittsville, and then his final piece of the walk is downtown to Majors Hill Park, I think is where the end point is. Over 600 kilometers. Pretty amazing, Greg, and congratulations. It's a beautiful sunny day, beautiful weekend. I've got lots of updates today. I wanted to start by mentioning the collision yesterday on the 417, the Queensway at Palladium. I think we're all thinking about the people involved in that, the families, the individuals, especially the children. Apparently there were a couple of 3-year-olds who are in very critical conditions. So we're thinking about those families and waiting to see more details. I think we're still not really clear, obviously, on what happened or the full extent, but obviously a big impact yesterday. For us this week in Stittsville, the big focus was on the Stittsville Volunteer Awards. And I want to say a big congratulations to everyone nominated. We had so many great nominees. Really hard to pick winners of the awards this year, but our selection committee did a great job. So here are the winners of our volunteer awards. For youth, Avery Stone. Senior, Heather Wimay. Teachers, Lisa Godet and Elizabeth Hobbs from Aylor Cassidy. For group, the Scarborough family. For business, At the Barn. And for the, Roger Griffiths Memorial Citizen of the Year, Phil Sweetnam, for his many decades of community service. So congratulations to all of you, and thanks to everybody who joined us on Thursday. It was a great night. Lots happening this weekend. A really nice sunny day here today. Some highlights. Tomorrow is the annual Arts in the Park organized by the Stittsville Village Association. That's at Village Square Park at Abbott and Stittsville Main Street. Today there is a hazardous waste depot at the Trail Road Landfill. There's going to be more coming up, including one at Canadian Tire Center and one at the Westbrook dump later on this year, but today the Trail Road Landfill. If you've got some old paint cans or propane tanks, different things that you need to get rid of safely. Today the motorcycle ride for Dad finishes up in Stittsville around 1 p.m. at Canadian Tire Center, so I'm going to check that out. There's an ALS walk to end ALS over at in Canada this morning. It's Doors Open Ottawa, so lots of buildings open to the public to go in and have a look. I wanted to highlight 2 of them. The Goulburn Museum is launching their digitization station, so check that out for Doors Open. And our Public Works Department is doing a Big Wheels Expo. So if you're someone or you know someone who likes big trucks, this is the event for you. It's at the baseball stadium over in the East End, and so you can go check that out and then go see the ball game today at 1 p.m. And nearby at Tanger Outlets, there's an Asian Night Fest, Asian Market Night Fest. It's a pretty busy event. My tip to you, if you can, one way to there's lots of people there. Lots of difficulty finding parking. So my tip to you is if you live anywhere near Route 62, that's the bus that goes right over to Tanger Outlets, and it runs every half hour. So use that and avoid the parking mess. Coming up in Stittsville, June 13th, we have our Councillor Chat on community safety and policing. I hope you can join us for that. There's still some room. If you want to register, just go to my website. And on June 15th, you might have seen the signs up. We have our Welcome to Stittsville event, our multicultural event. We're really looking forward to this. We've got a great lineup of people and organizations who are sharing their culture with us. So we still need some volunteers, so if you'd like to help out, please get in touch with me. A little recap of some things that happened this week at City Hall and here in Stittsville. First of all, the city started its wild parsnip program on Monday. You can find information about that in my website. On Tuesday morning, my team went out for cleaning the Capitol. Very wet morning. We were around Shea Woods and around the rec center. The City Council approved the details around the new bag limits or item limits for garbage coming up. It's going to launch September 30th. And it's 3 items, and the items could include 3 bags. They could include 3 bulky items like a mattress and a sofa. They could include 3 large bins of up to 140 liters filled with other bags, so as much as you can fit into those 3 bins, or any combination thereof. And the limit is 3 items. There's also going to be an opportunity to purchase additional bags, special yellow bags, if you have a week where you've got some extra items. And then, of course, recycling, compost, yard waste is completely unlimited. No limit on that. It's just a limit on garbage that's going to the dump. And the whole idea there is to extend the lifespan of our dump, because it costs millions of dollars to close off a dump and millions of dollars to establish a new landfill or an alternative technology. So the longer we can defer that, the better it is for our city budget and for taxpayers. On transit, we had a big transit commission meeting yesterday. I'm going to post a recap on Monday. I wanted to mention Line 2 and Line 4. Those are the train lines south to Carlton U and to Riverside South and to the airport. We got an update. There's good progress. If everything goes perfectly, if all the tests work out, I guess it could be open by Labor Day. We're not setting a target date or a guaranteed date because it really depends how the testing goes. They're close to starting that period of testing, and we'll be keeping the members of the public updated, but I know people are really anxious to get that open, especially in our neighborhood, people from Carlton U. Who want a faster way to get to the university. So watch my website for more updates on that early next week. This week, OC Transpo launched a new Interact debit tap. So you can tap your Interact card, your debit card, on any bus or at any train station. So now they've got debit, credit card, mobile pay through like your phone, like Apple Pay and stuff. And Presto as well, and you can still pay by cash. So lots of really convenient options. I like the debit and I like the credit, and this, I'm the type of person who sometimes I forget my bus pass. So it's good to have a quick backup ready to go. I know some people like it because they don't have to count change to get onto the bus. Another thing is with the credit cards and with the debit, although not on the Presto, they have fare capping. So you can keep tapping it if you're going out on multiple trips during the day, and it'll never charge you more than the maximum, the day pass. And same on a monthly rate. You can tap. It'll never, over the month, it will never charge you more than the cost of an adult monthly pass. So you don't have to outlay your pass costs at the beginning of the month. That's a good thing. Other city stuff. Yesterday, the city released more details around the draft zoning bylaw, including a draft of the text, including interactive maps, and they've announced there's going to be an information meeting on June 20th. You can find information on my website or at engage.ottawa.ca, so everybody interested in planning and zoning, please check that out. This week, for the first time, our newsletter went out to more than 10,000 people in the community. So thank you to everybody who subscribes to my email newsletter for staying up to date with what's happening here in Stittsville. You can subscribe too. Go to my website at glengower.ca/subscribe. So thanks for keeping up to date. One more thing. This is not good news. The Community Voice has an update here. I hope you read your Community Voice every week. It's got great information. Owner guilty in 2 dog attacks. Fines total $1,000. So this was the dog attacks over at Fernbank Crossing more than a year ago. They finally got it in front of a judge. There were 21 charges initially against the owner of the dogs for 2 attacks, 1 on another dog and 1 that seriously injured a young boy inside a home. There were 21 charges. All but 2 of those charges were stayed. So only 2 charges stuck, I guess. And from those 2 charges, the owner's been fined $1,000. I don't know what you think about that. Your opinion may be different from me, but I think that's a incredibly small amount for the severity of the incidents that we saw. Yeah, and now that's a provincial law, provincial court. I'd like to see some more stringent penalties and enforcement for aggressive dogs. And as you know, it's something that I've been pursuing with bylaw here in the city of Ottawa to see what we can do at the city level. And I hope the province can tighten up those rules too. Anyhow, let's end on a positive note if we can. Our multicultural calendar is up on my website, and there's all sorts of great events happening to celebrate multicultural heritage and culture and tradition, as well as human rights days, things to celebrate our diversity and uphold those values of diversity in our community. So a few highlights for the month of June. June is Pride Month. June is National Indigenous History Month. June is Italian Heritage Month, Filipino Heritage Month, and Portuguese Heritage Month. So lots happening in June, plus a lot of individual commemorations on various days of the month. So check out our multicultural calendar for that information. June is also Let's Bike Month, and I hope a lot of you will try to participate in Let's Bike Month. You can go to letsbike.ca and sign up and track your kilometers on your bike over the course of the month. You have a chance to win prizes. If you're signing up, make sure you join our Stittsville Cycles team so we can collectively track how we're doing on that. I know a lot of you have already signed up, so thank you. I'm going to head out on my bike later on this afternoon once some of my councillor commitments are done for the morning. But yeah, it's a great reminder to get out there and cycle for recreation. Maybe you can replace an errand or two or a commute to work or to school with a bike ride. Just a great way to encourage people to get out on their bikes during the month of June and set you off on the right foot for the rest of the summer. Thank you for tuning in for this update. I hope you have a great weekend. Looks like a beautiful day out there. I had to find some shade because it was so sunny. And get out there and explore your community. Looks like a beautiful weekend ahead. And let me know what you find. I'll talk to you here next week. Take care.